This video is gonna take a while to film, so bear with me. Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today I am going to be feeding all of my animals. I just want to add a little disclaimer that all of the tanks are still dirty. They haven't been cleaned yet, and I'm going to be doing a cleaning video for all of them after this video. So they're all going to be dirty. Don't come at me. I clean them, I deep clean them once a week. Today is cleaning day. Lizards can be very messy. Keep that in mind for those of you that don't know. They can be very messy. The one that's gonna take the longest, there we go, is the axolotls, because I have to thaw out their food and then I have to strain it because I don't want all that water in the tank that the food is melting in. But I will show you that process of it. I will try, because I still don't have a tripod to hold the camera, but I'll show you how I do that. The axolotls tank is dirty. It's getting cleaned today after they eat, because the food will just make the tank dirtier, and I don't want to completely shiny clean the tank and make it dirty again after feeding. But something I forgot to mention in my life update video that involves the animals, my axolotls, or one of them, had babies. They laid 55 eggs, and we had them for a couple weeks, but unfortunately they all passed away because it is a pain to get them to eat. And it was completely unexpected, and it was the first clutch that we have ever had of anything. So we weren't ready, we weren't prepared. We didn't even know that there were some male and female in the tank because they're still decently young. They're only like 6 months old, but they made it a couple weeks, so we saw that we had some albinos, some maybe Lucy's. We had some maybe dirty Lucy's, but definitely wilds in there. So I know which one's the male now, it's the wild, but unfortunately we lost all those, so that kind of sucked. But now we know kind of what to expect for the next time and what we need to prepare for and the type of food we need to get, but it was kind of one of those things. So while I'm feeding all the lizards, I am going to take you with me to feed the axolotls, or get the food ready, that is, and get it all in the cup. Okay, I'm sorry if you can hear my fridge in the background, but this is how I start off with feeding my axolotls. I just get a small cup of RO water and I sell it at my work. It's good for reptiles and fish without any of the Reptisafe or the water conditioner for fish tanks. So you can just use this straight without any conditioner. And then I have bloodworms, and this is the last of my bloodworms. So I have to go get more, but it comes in flat like that. And then I just put this in here. And I just have it sitting on top of the axolotl tank. See, it's all dirty. This is from all of the bubbles and everything coming up on the tank, but I just set it there. I have to wait like an hour for all of it to melt away, and then I have a net and a turkey baster where I will suck all of this up, put it through the net into the cup so that all the water goes back in this cup, and then I'll put everything left in the net in the tank. So this is my reptile room, I guess. It's all dirty because I've been going through things and needing to find other places for them. But this is where majority of the reptiles are. We don't have a lot, obviously, but we have the crested geckos in here. See why I need to clean it. They like to stick their paws, or their feet in their food and then jump on the glass. Crested geckos are way dirtier, in my opinion, than other geckos or other lizards in general. And it also wouldn't be that bad, but I just recently switched out their loose substrate to paper towel, so that's why it's even worse than it typically would be. But they're in that little hide right here, and we are going to give them some Repashy, and then I'm gonna spray them so they have water. This right here is a new addition. This is a Gargoyle gecko. She doesn't eat as much as the other ones, but there she is right there. And I'm gonna spray her too. I'm actually gonna spray her right now, that way she has water going. And this is RO water too, just like I used for the axolotls. And I'm gonna spray these guys too. So this is what I use to feed the gargoyle and the crested geckos. I just have a small popsicle stick, 2 little bowl containers, a spoon. They're Rapashi and then Pangea. They don't really like the Pangea as much as Rapashi, so like it's $30, so I want to make sure it gets used. So I mix it in with their Rapashi so that they will actually eat it. And then I just have their RO water to mix everything together. I'm putting less food in the gargoyle geckos than the crested geckos because she doesn't eat as much. So after you mix all of that together with RO, this is basically what it looks like. Sometimes it can be watery, but mine like it a little bit thicker for some reason. And all I'm going to do is take out her old thing of food and drop her new one in. And then she will eat it whenever she feels like. And then same thing with these guys. I just pop this out and put their new one in. Here's Whiskey. I'll kind of, where are you going? I'll shove her face in there. And there you can kind of see what it looks like when they eat it. There you go. You not want it right now? Okay. You're not gonna be able to make it. So they'll just go eat it when they want. This is Jasper's tank. You can see he loves to have a lot of fun in here. His water bowl is empty because I just cleaned it out because there were crickets in there, and I took it as the opportunity to show you what we use to fill it. But there he is in there. He doesn't like crickets, so he just let them all die, which is why he's being cleaned out today. I just moved his hide for a second. You can see in the back that that is his pooping corner. That's where he goes to poop. And Jasper is going to be getting mealworms and waxworms. And I'm going to feed him with tongs because they can jump, they can bite, they don't mess around with their food. A side note too, all of that dirt is also from when I replaced their substrate with paper towels. I guess I just didn't get it all in their tank because I just did it last week, so that just proves there was some stuff in the corners or something. So I have the waxworm. Miss Bud. There you go. What are you shaking your tail at? The worm? And then I'm just gonna give him a couple more waxworms and then a couple mealworms, and I will be back. So I left a couple in his bowl. So now I'm gonna give him water. I just take a regular cup. These buckets right here are filled with our water. Don't mind all that stuff. That is our hedgehog's old stuff. Since she passed, we were trying to sell it, so we kind of just have it right here. But I just put the RO water that's in these buckets in this cup. RO. And I'll grab another one. Who's in there finding the mealworms I left for him. There you go. Jasper is done until I have to go back and clean his tank. This is Quasi. He poops in his hide, but I just moved it because he doesn't like to come out of it and he made a mess of his calcium. But he is a feisty little guy. They typically are like that when they're younger. They get out of that the more you handle them. I unfortunately haven't handled him too much. It kind of worries me because he is a little disabled. So he has a habit of flipping over on his side. And he also has a tilt in his head. He has a cropped tail and one of his eyes are smaller than the other. I do go in here and I handle him. He's just still pretty fragile. So most days I just leave him be, but I am just feeding him waxworms to get him bigger. It always takes him a while, and he misses. There you go, buddy. Yes, the waxworm is big, but it is very, very soft. And then I just wait until he gets all of that down until I get him another one. Typically this is here for whenever they want, but I don't know if he realizes it, so I'm just going to put a little bit on there. He doesn't eat a lot, so he might not eat another one. Oh, there you go. Good boy. But he typically, I know, only eats 3. So we're going to give him 3. Last but not least, this is Yoshi. She is just going to be getting waxworms. And she doesn't eat from the tongs anymore like she used to. She only eats from her bowl. So I'm just going to put them in her bowl and she can go eat them whenever she wants. I'll maybe try to feed her one from the tongs and see if she'll take it. But she is underweight because she used to be in the same tank as Jasper and they were kind of growing up together, but then Jasper started bullying her, so we had to separate them. And because of us separating them, she is depressed, so she wasn't eating or anything, and so she lost weight. So we're trying to fatten her up with some waxworms. Let's see if she'll show an interest in it. Oh, you are interested in it. Can you eat them from the tongs for me? Yay, she hasn't done it in so long. That's good. That's very, very good. Okay, cool. Let's give you another one. Good girl. Okay, the rest of that I'm just going to put in her bowl. Right there. And she will go eat them as she pleases. Okay, last but not least, we have the axolotls. It looks like everything was thawed out. So I'm going to try to show you how I strain this. If I can. That'll work. Put the net there, go in with the turkey baster. Those are all bloodworms in there. I just put them back in there so that the water goes back through the net. That is a little difficult to do without 2 hands, so I am going to do that really fast. Okay, I don't have all of the bloodworms in here, but it's a good amount. So I'm just going to flip this over and it drops in. And then I'll go and get the rest of it off like that. Second and last little thing of food. Same thing. I'm just gonna go in and get as much as I can off the net, and then I'll clean it off later. And there they go. I'm just gonna suck some of that up and move it around the tank. And then I'll just go around and eat it. It's me again, but that was all of the animals that I am going to be showing feeding. There's only a couple that I didn't feed or didn't show feeding, and that is the cats, the dog, the 2 snakes, the frog, and the hairless hamster. that is because the cats graze, they already have food, the dog already ate. We don't feed the frog every day because we feed it pinkies and it doesn't need to eat every day. The hamster has its food already in its bowl, and the snakes don't get fed until this weekend. So maybe later on I'll do a video including literally all of the animals, but for today this is all I was able to do. Again, remember my next videos are going to be videos of me cleaning the tanks, like how I do it and all of that. They're all going to be separate. It's not going to be in the same video. But then after that, I will be doing separate videos of me upgrading or decorating their tanks. Like the axolotls are getting a completely new tank. They're getting decor, hides. They're getting the whole deal. And then the leopard geckos, I'm going to be redoing their tanks, so different hides. I'm putting moist hides in there for them, and I'm going to be changing their stuff up a little bit because I will now have the money to focus on that. But for now, that is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.